Oi, have you heard of the DaggaDaze? DaggaDaze? What's that?
Presto beat.
What up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the DaggaDaze Show. I hope everyone had a great Easter weekend. Upcoming this week, we do have Earth Day, we have 420, we have a bunch of other stuff. But again, we're going to be getting into skateboarding, we're going to be getting into some juggling. Don't have my list in front of me right now, but we got a bunch of stuff coming at you today. I'm still getting a little creative with it. I got a ton of ideas, and I just feel like they're all just kind of flying in. The theme of the show is just kind of still up in the air, but basically, if I care about it, it might be on the show, and that's pretty much what it's coming down to. Things from health issues, from like I said, skateboarding, juggling, flow arts, and in music, and I'm also going to bring in people from that represent all these different things, these facets of my life, and bringing them on the show to talk about what they got and just giving everyone an opportunity to get their message out there. So let's get into that morning moment meditation that we start off with every show, about 5 minutes, and we're going to go straight to our current events, and let's see how fun we're going to get this. Oh, and then we're going to go, into our current events, and then probably juggle, skateboarding, that framework. We're still working it out. Let's go. right, guys. Now let's get into our current events. What we're going to be talking about today is the guerrilla grafters that are out on the loose. Now, what's guerrilla grafter? I'm so psyched to even hear about it because when I was younger, I'm really into art. I'm really into like the culture of art around and surrounding it. I'm from California. I think that might have stemmed into my artistic side. And going into this, I'm basically just going into the idea of graffiti. I love the idea of saying "fuck the man" and putting your art wherever the fuck everyone else would love it to be. I've been shut down before in situations where I went out and street performed, where the entire community was loving it, but the city was like, "We are not trying to get too city-like." And so these guerrilla grafters, though, they're literally doing like the best thing ever, in my opinion, when it comes to like saying "fuck the man." And at that point, where they're literally going out and I didn't even know this was possible, but they're grafting fruit onto trees. Now, what that means is they're pretty much like if you're like, to put in an analogy, a graffiti artist drawing on a wall, it's a gardener drawing on nature. So basically, they're manipulating nature in situations in which, and I didn't know this was a thing, but the reason we don't have fruit-bearing trees everywhere like we should, free food everywhere, is because it would bring in all the riffraff, as in like the animals and shit like that. So we're literally separating ourselves from nature so much so because we don't want to deal with animals that are just wild and running amok and eating the fruit that's just falling and fruit falling off trees and causing cleanup issues. I don't think that should be our deterrent. That fruit is the idea of animals being in our lives and fruit falling to the ground should not be a deterrent to why we don't have these fruit trees in our urban societies or in all of our societies. These trees are for show, worthless to me, in my opinion. Like, great, I get to see it, but we're not. No. So I'm going to play the video real quick showing you a little bit into the guerrilla grafters world. In the story I saw, and it's, bro, if you can figure out how to do this, I'm going to try to figure it out when I get the time. But guerrilla grafting, on it like white on rice. Check it out.
I live in South Central. This is South Central. Liquor stores, fast food, vacant lots. So the city planners, they get together and they figure they're going to change the name South Central to make it represent something else. So they change it to South Los Angeles. Like this is going to fix what's really going wrong in the city. This is South Los Angeles. Liquor stores, fast food, vacant lots. Just like 26.5 million other Americans, I live in a food desert. South Central Los Angeles, home of the drive-through and the drive-by. Funny thing is, the drive-throughs are killing more people than the drive-bys. People are dying from curable diseases in South Central Los Angeles. For instance, the obesity rate in my neighborhood is like 5 times higher than, say, Beverly Hills, which is like probably 10 miles away. I got tired of seeing this happening. And I wonder, how would you feel if you had no access to healthy food? If every time you walk out your door, you see the ill effects that the present food system have on your neighborhood? I see wheelchairs bought and sold like used cars. I see dialysis centers popping up like Starbucks. And I figured this has to stop. So I figured that the problem is the solution. Food is the problem, and food is the solution. Plus, I got tired of driving 45 minutes round trip to get an apple that wasn't impregnated with pesticides. So what I did, I planted a food forest in front of my house. It's on a strip of land that we call a parkway. It's like 150 feet by like 10 feet. The thing is, it's owned by the city, but you have to maintain it. So I'm like, cool. I can do whatever the hell I want. Since it's my responsibility and I got to maintain it, and this is how I decided to maintain it. So me and my group, LA Green Grounds, we got together and we started planting my food forest, fruit trees, the whole nine, for vegetables. What we do, we're a pay-it-forward kind of group, where it's composed of like gardeners from all walks of life from all over the city, and it's completely volunteer, and everything we do is free. And in the garden, it was beautiful. And then somebody complained. The city came down on me. And basically gave me a citation saying that I had to remove my garden, which this citation would turn into a warrant. And I'm like, come on, really? A warrant for planting food on a piece of land that you could care less about? And I was like, cool, bring it. Because this time it wasn't coming out. So LA Times got hold of it. Steve Lopez did a story on it. And talked to the councilman, and one of the Green Grounds members, they put up a petition on change.org. And with 900 signatures, we were a success. We had a victory on our hands. My councilman even called and said how they endorse and love what we're doing. I mean, come on, why wouldn't they? LA leads the United States in vacant lots that the city actually owns. They own 26 square miles of vacant lots. That's 20 Central Parks. That's enough space to plant 725 million tomato plants. Why in the hell would they not okay this? Growing one plant will give you 1,000, 10,000 seeds. When $1 worth of green beans will give you like $75 worth of produce. It's my gospel. I'm telling people, grow your own food. Growing your own food is like printing your own money. Thank you. See, I have a legacy in South Central. I grew up there. I raised my sons there. And I refuse to be a part of this manufactured reality that was manufactured for me by some other people, and I manufactured my own reality. See, I'm an artist. Gardening is my graffiti. I grow my art. Just like a graffiti artist, where they beautify walls, me, I beautify lawns, parkways. I use the garden, the soil, like it's a piece of cloth. And the plants and the trees, that's my embellishment for that cloth. You'd be surprised what the soil could do if you let it be your canvas. You just couldn't imagine how amazing a sunflower is and how it affects people. So what happened? I have witnessed my garden become a tool for the education, a tool for the transformation of my neighborhood. To change the community, you have to change the composition of the soil. We are the soil. You'd be surprised how kids are affected by this. Gardening is the most therapeutic and defiant act you can do, especially in the inner city. Plus, you get strawberries. I remember this time, there was this mother and a daughter came. They were. It was like 10:30 at night, and they were in my yard. And I came out, and they looked so ashamed. I'm like, man, it made me feel bad that they were there. And I told them, you don't have to do this like this. This is on the street for a reason. It made me feel ashamed to see people that was this close to me that was hungry, and this only reinforced why I do this. And people ask me, Finn, aren't you afraid people are going to steal your food? And I'm like, hell no, I ain't afraid they're going to steal it. That's why it's on the street. That's the whole idea. I want them to take it, but in the same time, I want them to take back their health. There's another time when I put a garden in this homeless shelter in downtown Los Angeles. The guys, they helped me unload the truck. It was cool. And they just shared the stories about how this affected them and how they used to plant with their mother and their grandmother. And it was just cool to see how this changed them if it was only for that one moment. The Green Grounds have gone on to plant maybe like 20 gardens. We've had like 50 people come to our dig-ins and participate, and it's all volunteer. If kids grow kale, kids eat kale. If they grow tomatoes, they eat tomatoes. But when none of this is presented to them, if they're not shown how food affects the mind and the body, they blindly eat whatever the hell you put in front of them. I see young people and they want to work, but they're in this thing where they're caught up in the color and they just on this track that's designed for them that leads them to nowhere. So with gardening, I see an opportunity to train these kids to take over their community, to have a sustainable life. And when we do this, who knows? We might produce the next George Washington Carver. But if we don't change the composition of the soil, we will never do this. Now this is one of my plans. This is what I want to do. I want to plant a whole block of gardens where people can share in the food in the same block. I want to take shipping containers and turn them into healthy cafes. And now don't get me wrong. I'm not talking about no free shit, because free is not sustainable. The funny thing about sustainability, you have to sustain it. What I'm talking about is putting people to work and getting kids off the street and letting them know the joy, the pride, and the honor in growing your own food. Opening farmers markets. So what I want to do here, we got to make this sexy. So I want us all to become ecolutionary, renegades, gangsters, gangster gardeners. We got to we got to flip the script on what a gangster is. If you ain't a gardener, you ain't gangster. Get gangster with your shovel, okay? And let that be your weapon of choice. So basically, if you want to meet with me, if you want to meet, don't call me. If you want to sit around in cushy chairs and have meetings where you talk about doing some shit, If you want to meet with me, come to the garden with your shovel so we can plant some shit. Peace. Thank you.
That was sweet, no? Like, I'm so psyched to try to figure this out and get out here making some apple trees out of some normal-ass pine trees or something, pineapples. I don't know if that's how that was made, but that's an idea. So, now we're getting into, let's check it out, Will it juggle? So, Will it juggle today? We got a stuffed elephant, some toothpaste, brush your damn teeth, and last but not least, the one I'm most worried about, a charging cable of weird charging properties. I'm probably just ball it up and hope for the best as it gets thrown in the air and caught. So let's go. Let me get some music going here, actually. Here we go. Lost. Yeah. There we go again. Lost toothpaste and the elephant. Fuck. Why is it so hard to catch? Okay. These here, I have to actually think about it now. These are weird shaped objects. Ow! This seems to be the easiest to catch. Fuck. It's stupid. Okay, so when the cord starts getting not balled up, it becomes an issue. Alright, one more time. Nope, not ready. Kinda. Alright, y'all. You know what time it is? Skate or die!
I love skateboarding, but it makes me the worst psychopathic maniac. Bang my board, but then come skateboarding. It's like, I should have stopped 30 minutes ago. You know when you got equation? I've become like, I know. That's what, those two don't equal. It's like now I get up, I shouldn't even say last try. But I skateboard and I lose all consciousness. No, wait, conscious. I can't do it, dude. I can't do it. Skateboarding. I can't do it. I can't do it.
So, can't say I'm the healthiest person, but I can say I'm very aware of my unhealthy decisions when I make them, and my healthy decisions are really what my driving force behind most of my decisions. Sometimes I will get lazy and I will go ahead and succumb to eating certain things and doing certain things that are not healthy for me, but I am aware of when I'm doing it. So if I end up getting fucked up or getting hurt or getting whatever, I'm fully accountable, fully responsible for that situation. So with that being said, this free game gospel today is about not eating pork. Yes, I'm gonna say it again, not eating pork. And the thing is, I understand people love their bacon. I love bacon. Bacon's great. But we gotta get really get focused on the idea of what we're eating, what we're putting in our bodies. And if you don't know what you're putting in your bodies, I got a video that I'm about to queue up in a second that's going to kind of inform you even more, because my words, my results, they speak something, but at the same time, people would rather laugh at me and go, oh, sure, pork is bad. Sure, cow milk isn't good for you. Sure it is, Nick. I'm going to go ahead and drink my beer and eat my burgers and shit, and we'll have fun with that life of yours. Yes. So, pork is bad. I'm just going to break it down. Pork is bad simply because, not because pigs are bad or because it tastes bad, but simply because pigs are fucking gross creatures. They eat so much shit that we shouldn't have, and then why are we going to go ahead and eat them? They are eating things we shouldn't eat, putting it in their body, parasites, all these weird, nasty things that we literally should not put in our bodies. But yeah, we think that one little pig in the middle of us and the shit that it ate is not going to end up in us. And there's a reason why I also detox a lot and make sure I'm putting keeping my body at a certain pH level, keeping all my acidity levels at a certain level, because we want to make sure that anything that does get in doesn't want to survive here. I have a body that I'm assuming most parasites don't want to live in, because my liver's on its A game 24/7. This dumb motherfucker named Nick keeps eating raw garlic, fucking up all the virus populations and making my liver so happy. So yeah, all this. Here's the video. Don't eat pork. And if you can, know what you're doing and limit it.
Rat in there one time and they ate it. It was a dead rat they got off of a rat trap, and I just threw it in there just to see what they would do. They're pigs. They rolled in it and they ate it and fought over this nasty with maggots in it. And I just threw it in there. I figured, they'll just smell it, just because it's an experiment. Remember, pigs, if you're eating pig, guys, I can just tell you this. You're making a big mistake. Remember, the pig is the dirtiest animal in the world. It'll eat anything and anything. Remember, a cow only eats grass. Okay? It doesn't eat corn or anything, or wheat or soy, but it's a vegetarian. You eat animals, okay, that are scrappers, then you get all the parasites that live in the pig. Remember, the pig tapeworm is bad arse tapeworm. And maybe we'll go ahead and put a picture in the video here. The pig tapeworm. If you've had pig, and maybe not, it doesn't matter. If you've got an egg and they secrete out 200,000 to 300,000 eggs a day, and the pig tapeworm has to go through 5 different cycles in your body. It starts in your stomach, it goes and bores out into the small intestine to the liver, it goes to the liver, makes a house of babies, and then it goes back into the bloodstream, it goes to your brain. Okay, you got lesions in your brain, you got certain things on x-rays, these are the tapeworms. They control different parts of your body by having children that this alien goes in different parts of your body. Goes in the liver, makes babies, goes back in the bloodstream, goes into the brain maybe next, and makes babies. Then once it's made babies in there, remember, it's making a colony, it's like a bee. It goes into your heart, makes babies. Goes into your gonads, makes babies. Wow, this thing's a machine. I know. And then it comes back around into your lungs, and you you cough it up, you get cold, you think it's a fever, you think you got a sickness, and this is the last cycle of the pig tapeworm, the last cycle of the beef tapeworm, the last cycle of the fish tapeworm. These things have cycles in your body. They don't just come in your stomach.
I got another segment that I'm going to play with. It's basically me and my girl, or me and anybody actually, but right now, the video clip I'm going to show you is me and my girl. We're playing board games the wrong way. And so we went out to the store, we got these board games, and they're pretty hilarious, and we put a little spin on how they were supposed to be played because they're like almost like a group player game. And since it was just me and her, we did this thing, and I guess you're the third player, I guess, at this point. Basically, they're wordplay games, almost like a I want to say like an ad lib type of a game. And I don't know, just check it out. You'll get it after the first few rounds. It's actually called, well, the second one's going to be called What the Meme, but this one's going to be called, what's the game called? Oh, Slide into the DMs. So here we go.
Welcome. It's myself, Nick, Gemma, and Ella. We're playing. Well, we're about to learn how to play Slide in the DMs. It's her idea.
If I can get this open.
She's reading the cards, playing out packages.
It's like her.
Oh, nails.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so there is a pull tabby thing. I don't know if you've seen that.
What? Ah, like a pack of.
Yeah, like a pack of gum.
Yeah.
You know, well, you know how to like stand your ground. I can give you that. But how about sit down? Stand your ground. Good girl. Good girl. Have you did you read the instructions yet? No. Okay. So this is us playing board games wrong. There's a lot of cards here. They give us more. Yeah, they give us more So it seems like it's like a Mad Libs, and we pretty much, so these are just the words, and then these are the like fill in the blanks. So how do you want to do this? Do you remember me? I'm your Aunt Sarah's friend from college. Last time I saw you, you were 10 pounds heavier and had blank the size of Jupiter. Had handlebar mustache the size of Jupiter. Wait, you were 10 pounds heavier and had a handlebar mustache the size of Jupiter. Sounds like a cowboy. Or a biker. On the video too. I'm looking at it. It's like, oh yeah, you guys can't even read this properly.
Wait, read it again.
Trips and falls into DMs. Oops, sorry. Blank pushed me. You're awful pretty though. What's up? All right, guys, take notes. This one works. I'm sure it's gonna work. Just when you slide into her DMs, go. Oops, sorry. Depression pushed me. You're awful pretty though. What's up? Guarantee you, she would be like, you know what? Not much. I'm a little depressed too. Let's chat.
And so, like I said before, this show's about what I care about. This is just my show, my DaggaDaze show. With that being said, I fuck with TikTok heavily at DaggaDaze, and I just love the TikTok platform, and I love all these stupid platforms when it comes to these short videos, especially if you're good at it. So I'm just gonna do a little compilation of my favorite short videos from either Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, wherever they came from. You've probably seen some of them before, but I'm just gonna go through from the past few days and see my favorite videos I've liked, put them in a little compilation for you to enjoy and giggle at. Let's giggle at my TikTok collection. Or whatever it's going to be called. Something TikTok. Let's think of a good name. TikTok on the clock with Dagga.
I'm literally in here. Oh, hell no. You're really brushing your teeth when I'm using the bathroom. Babe, can you please get out? I'm trying to wipe my ass.
Why do you want me to get out?
What you mean?
What's wrong with this? You live with me now.
What does that matter?
You gotta deal with it. You know what, matter of fact? How's your day today?
Bitch, shut! Get your ass out of here, bro. What do you mean, what was my day? Let me wipe my ass. You gonna wipe my ass for me?
You want me to? You need help? Let's go, bend over.
No!
Wait, no. RSI's at 30. Tight build up, 30 to 32. No way. Holy shit. It's coming.
Like I said, ideas are coming out of my Yahoo. So, with that being said, this is DaggaDaze's talent show, where I'm going to be featuring anybody that's got any talents they want on the show. Till then, it's just going to be me and Ella and whoever else ends up being on the show. But for right now, I'm just going to flex my talents. And one of them here is going to be playing the ukulele. I'm going to be playing a song for y'all called One Man Can Change the World. One of my favorite songs to play on ukulele. This song's actually a hip-hop song by Big Sean. And yeah, here we go. Manifest that shit. And after this, we'll be done for today, and we'll see you on Wednesday. The show will be on repeat until the Wednesday episode, and it will also be on YouTube right after you see it here on BGO. And yeah, so thank you all again for joining me today, and enjoy DaggaDaze's talent show as we play out the show. And yeah, have a great night or day, a great week, have a great Earth week, and make sure you go out and try to grab some stuff. If you got the talent to Guerilla grab some fruit on some trees, do it up, man. We need some fruit everywhere. When I went to these third world countries and seeing how food is so everywhere, and seeing like the main issue in most of these areas are not money. Well, it is money, but it's not the food. It's not like the lack thereof of food. It's lack thereof of these first world things of having money and credit to be able to build houses and build things and do things that don't require putting food in our mouth. So people eating well in other places, but they ain't fucking. That's why they're healthy and shit too. Like, whatever. Here we go. Man, got a tooth issue here. That's hurt a little bit. All right, here we go. I hope you learn to make it on your own, and if you love yourself, just know you'll never be alone. Hope you get everything you wanted that you chose. Hoping it's the prettiest thing that you ever known. Hope you get the pretty girls that's pretty in everything. $1 million cribs, $1 million dreams. When you get it all, just remember one thing. Remember one thing. The one man could change the world. The one man could change the world. The one man could change the world. Yeah. The one man could change the world. All I wanted was $100 million and a bag. Can't imagine this much feel like that. I had it back on the mattress, staring at the ceiling, trying to connect the dots, but it's not making those attachments. I'm fucking dreaming out so hard to miss like draft day. You know, my stepbrother used to put the bags outside the crib like it was trash day. No Kim K, buddy bag, yay. But when you're getting fast money, slow down, don't crash. With all the drive in the world, space still need gas. Look, think about it. Close your eyes, dream about it, tell your team about it, go make $1 million schemes about it. Success is on the way, I feel it in the distance. You should look up at the stars and be like angel, must it's different. They be shining, get your shining. What you want to, what you miss it, what you know about waking up every day like you on a mission. And I hope you learn to make it on your own. And if you look yourself, it's like you'll never be alone. Hope you get everything you want and that you chose. Hoping it's the realest thing that you ever known. Hope you get the pretty girls, it's pretty in everything. $1 million cribs, $1 million dreams. So when you get it all, just remember one thing. Remember one thing. The one that could change the world. The one man could change the world. The one man could change the world. Yeah. The one man could change the world. My grandma told me, if you watch Your name was Stony, never get to bite up. So I gonna get the black from the front of the White House and the next that you care. We share the stories and laugh. I said you're not the only one I know got rich for a mask. Where I'm from, my spoiler, bro, they needed more than the cash. You need more than what you have, and you need more than that. But how I'm supposed to say on time when I grew from West Virginia, came up in conditions that I couldn't survive. When the board came back alive on top of that, came up from a black. Kept the wind being black, you had to actually try. Way before James Brown, man's brush, you got a crib on the same tree as Marvin Gaye right there on auto drive. And she taught me how to drive. And she raised the kids and the kids' kids, and she did it right. Taught me a lot of love, taught me not to cry. When I die, I hope you teach me how to fly. I'ma lock you in the angel in disguise, and I hope you learn to make it on your own. If you lucky, so this you'll never be alone. Hope you get everything you want and got to chose. Someone that's the realest thing that you ever. Hope you get the pretty girls, the pretty you everything. And you know the cribs of $1 million dreams. When you get it all, just remember one thing. Remember one thing. The one man could change the world. The one man could change the world.
Have you heard of the DaggaDaze?
The one man could change the world.
What's that?
Yeah. The one man could change the world. Where we go.
Been doing this since 1991.
Yeah. I've been smashing goals since 1990. Fucking one. You better come correct to me, cause I will come.